Hi, and welcome to another edition of iTorah. This coming Shabbos, we're about to bless the second month of Adar. As many of you would know, this year we celebrate two Adars, as it's a leap year. And unlike the secular calendar, where merely one day is added, we add on, when it comes to a leap year, every second or third year, so even more regular than a secular leap year, we add on a whole extra month. Now it's interesting that the month that we add on to is the month of Adar, concerning which the Talmud says the following: just as when the month of Av comes in, we must reduce joy, so also when the month of Adar comes in, we must increase joy. Now, the reason for reducing in joy during the month of Av is because it commemorates, on the 9th of Av, the destruction of the temple. And indeed, the first 9 days of the month of Av are days of great sadness, as we prepare to commemorate Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, the destruction of the temple. So there's good reason there to reduce in joy. But the interesting thing is that the expression is just as in when Av comes in, we reduce in joy, so also when Adar comes in, we increase in joy. Now note what's actually being said here. It doesn't say that when the month of Adar comes in, we increase in joy, whereas when the month of Av comes in, we are sad. Sadness is not mentioned at all. What's said is that there is a certain month in which we reduce joy and another month in which we increase joy. And I heard a beautiful explanation of this from my predecessor, the previous rabbi of my shul, South Head Synagogue, Avat Shalom, and he said that what it means is that a Jew has to always be happy. It's only a question of how happy. There are some times when you have to reduce joy, reduce in happiness, and there are other times when you have to increase in happiness. But being happy is what you have to be. There's no option for being sad. A Jew must always be happy. The amount of joy can be tempered, but happy you have to be. So it's wonderful that we have this opportunity when it comes to Adar of not only celebrating the regular 29 days, but we get the opportunity of adding on an extra 30 days. And this is truly fantastic. We have 59 days in which we can be extraordinarily happy, the happiest months of the year. Why is joy so important? Well, the most basic fundamental level is that joy and energy go hand in hand. When a person is depressed, he's paralyzed, incapable, curls up in a ball and does nothing. When a person's happy, he's energized, he's able to accomplish. And if we recognize that the purpose of our being in this world is to accomplish making this world a better place through acts of goodness, kindness, all forms of mitzvot, then to do so we need energy. And therefore it says, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, serve God with joy, so you have that energy. In fact, the great Chassidic masters said a fantastic thing. They said that joy is not a mitzvah. It doesn't say anywhere in the Torah that you have to be joyful. But they said what joy can accomplish, the greatest mitzvah cannot accomplish. And then they said sadness is not a sin. There's no actual law in the Torah that you're not allowed to be sad. But the depths to which sadness can bring, no sin can ever bring. They also said something else which is really interesting. They said that when our Yetzer Hara, evil inclination, makes a sin, its intention is never the sin itself, but rather the guilt and the sadness which usually follows the sin. Because when you feel sad, when you feel guilty, what that means is that you're in a state of despair. And once you're in a state of despair, then one sin, one bit of sadness is going to lead you to another. And you're going to figure, what's the point of doing good? I'm useless, I'm worthless anyway. As a result of which, you'll continue to do bad. So therefore, sadness, they say, is askufa l'chol minei ra, is the doorstep. Depression is a doorstep for all sorts of evil. So, let's really take advantage as we enter into this month of Adar of being truly joyful, remembering that joy is meant to be constantly with us. Indeed, the Code of Jewish Law, the section of Orach Chaim, which is a section of the Code of Jewish Law which deals with daily life, finishes off with these words: Tov lev mishta tamid. It's good to have a joyous heart always. It commences with the words, Shivisi Hashem lenegdi tamid. I put God before me always. And truly, these two always, having God before me and being joyful, go hand in hand. For who is it who feels himself to be in the presence of a good and loving God who would not always be joyful? Such a person will be able to see the good in every situation, even in the situation of what is apparently negative, even in the situation of the destruction of the temple. Therefore, it doesn't say, comes to the month of Av, be sad. It just says, rejoice in joy. But joyful you still have to be. Because even in destruction, there is the kernel and seeds of salvation. See that, and you'll have a happy heart always. Shabbat Shalom.